Today we're taking a look at the Totem Volcano 2.0 electric bike, and we're going to explore whether it is worth the hype or not. We're going to do a full review. This e-bike has been making waves online, and we're here to see if it lives up to that hype. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty, I know a lot of you are curious about some of the specific things. We checked out most of the common questions you're searching for online, and we'll be answering those throughout the video. Additionally, I know you guys want to know what's involved in assembling it, but we're going to move that to the back of the video, and we're going to go over it and talk about the qualities, instructions, that kind of stuff. But let's talk about those questions that I've found. Question number one was, how powerful is the Totem Volcano 2.0 and how fast can it go? This bad boy boasts a 500-watt peak power motor, which translates to some serious pep in its step. Now, it's supposed to go 20 miles an hour on flat ground, and it handled hills like a champ. I will actually say, even going up hills, I did see 21.2 miles an hour easily. The motor provides plenty of assistance, making those steep climbs a breeze. Actually, more than on some of my other e-bikes, I really enjoyed using this one in that assistance mode. It really seemed to merge nicely, just giving you that little extra bit of boost, but not taking away the exercise part of it. Question number two was, what's the deal with the battery and how long does it last? Is it easy to charge? Totem's really stepped up their game. They integrated this 48 volt 11.6 amp hour battery. It's actually integrated into the chassis, which really looks good. I mean, they've cleverly hidden it in the frame, which gives the bike a sleek look. It also makes it a little less enticing if somebody was going to think about stealing it. It improved the water resistance ratings as well. On a single charge, I jammed out 40 miles easy in pedal assist mode, which is pretty darn impressive. How about the charging? The charging is super easy. You can either just pop it out and take it inside, plug it in, or you can just wheel a bike in, plug it in directly on the bike. Either one of those works for you. So here's a really good one. How well does the Totem Volcano 2.0 handle different terrains? This is ostensibly supposed to be a mountain bike. In the past, I haven't gone crazy with the off-road stuff with the mountain bike, but just so happens here in Tampa Bay, we had a crazy hurricane which really damaged the concrete and stuff and put debris everywhere. And I went charging over that stuff to see how well it would work, right? Because it's got those big 27.5-inch wheels, the front suspension. I really wanted to take it on a variety of terrains, so if I saw something in my way, I drove over it just to see how it would go. And it worked great on paved roads, on gravel paths, on the grass, going over that debris. I really worked very admirably for that. The suspension smoothed out the bumps really nicely. The tires provided great grip. Overall, it definitely exceeded my expectations, and I really feel like that's important. Not so much for going off-road, but every once in a while, one of those potholes catches you or something in the road, and it will really handle those very well. So what are my overall impressions? The Totem Volcano 2.0 is a solid e-bike that offers a lot of bang for your buck. It's powerful, it has a long-lasting battery, and handles well on different types of terrain. Whether you're commuting, running errands, exploring off-road, this bike definitely is good for all of it. I will also add my own personal thing here. I've had an earlier version of a Totem, and the improvement in overall quality and design is ridiculously amazing. It is hard to believe that between generations, the bike has gotten that much better. I mean, it is significantly better than the older generations. I did like my older one. I actually still have it, still like it a lot. But when you put the two next to each other, it is amazing how nicely put together and engineered this one is. Let's talk about some of those pros. The aluminum chassis is an absolute pro. Obviously, it makes everything much lighter and stronger, which is great. It has that powerful 500-watt motor. The long-lasting integrated battery was amazing. Number one, it just looks so cool the way it's built, and then it worked great, so that was awesome. It was comfortable, and again, that's another one of those things. They made the chassis a little larger, and it absolutely made it so much more comfortable for someone like myself. I'm 6'2" tall, and it was super comfortable to ride for hours and hours and hours. It is also nice that you don't have to worry about different terrains. It's going to handle it all. It has a ridiculously sleek and cool looking design. A couple people actually came up and commented, asked about it. It is now UL certified for safety. So let's talk about some of the cons. There's always a couple of cons, and I'm going to add a couple personal ones for me. Stupid, easy, obvious one, but everybody should know. When you buy the bike and before you customize anything, the seat is just very generic. It may not be comfortable for everybody. I would personally really like to see them move to a hydraulic brake. The mechanical brakes work fine, but I always find there's a little bit of parasitic drag and there's always a little extra noise and chatter with them. Listen, they stopped the bike for sure, but I really do think they've improved so much quality in this. I think that will be one of the next steps that I would hope that they would include. My final problem design-wise that I had is the cable management on the front is kind of terrible. I mean, I don't design bikes, so I don't know what they should be doing with the cables, but they kind of stick way out. They're large. I mean, it's really nice. They're packaged together and they look really nice, except if you want to put like a basket on the front, I carry a bag on the front. Look, I'm doing these videos. I've got 4 cameras with me, my cell phone, all that kind of stuff. I gotta have that bag on the front. You can effectively mount it there, but then you kind of can't really access it. It's all covered up. So there you have it, the Totem-Volcano 2.0 electric bike. If you're in the market for a versatile, capable e-bike, this one is definitely worth considering. Hey, actually, in the comments below, let me know if you have an e-bike now. Let me know if this is going to be your first purchase, or are you adding a second one, third, whatever, changing. Let me know. That'll be a great conversation to start down there. Always don't forget to like, subscribe, all those things. And I'm pretty darn sure there's going to be a link directly on here where you can get that bike. You may have even noticed that already. Let's quickly go talk to me in the super future. Remember, I said I was going to talk to you about the assembly of the bike. Here's a time lapse of me putting it together in the driveway. I have to say, they advertise it as coming 85% complete. I think it's more than 85% complete. It really is functionally complete. All you're really doing is putting the seat on it, putting the handlebars on it. All of the cables and everything are already connected. All you're really doing is putting on 4 bolts to attach it to the chassis. Obviously, you put it on the front wheel. I do have one little complaint here. It has these super cool fenders and a headlight and that kind of stuff, but the instructions, I don't know who in the factory thought these instructions were appropriate for installing these fenders and the light, which sounds like the simplest thing in the world. And in a relative sense, it's the simplest, but I'm really mechanical. I mean, really mechanical. And I sat there and looked at it, and it took me a little while to get this stuff to work out. In the end, I got it on. I'm just saying those particular instructions were terrible. Last thing I'm going to say is the kickstand is bulletproof, works perfectly, looks super lightweight, yet it's still super solid. That's my whole spiel on putting it together. Hope this has been helpful. We'll see you next time.